it's so much that goes into it other than like just basketball. Like you have to have the right amount of luck. You have to have the right amount of team chemistry and peaking at the right time. When our team won in 2021, I thought we was gonna do that every year. I swear, like when you win one, you like, oh shoot, like we finna go back to back. Like we finna do it again. It's gonna happen again. But it's so much that goes into it, and you gotta have that right luck.
Quick shout out to our presenting sponsor, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Here's the deal for new customers. Bet $5, and when your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets right away. Just download the app and use code TEAM3. The crown is yours. Bobby Portis in the building.
Yes, sir.
Since the last time we recorded one of these, we were just talking about this off camera. You've accomplished many things. One of which is being on the show Bar Rescue.
Yeah, that's funny. It was crazy too. So they actually asked me to do it, and then they said I can only bring like one guest or whatever it was. But I ended up bringing two guests. It was my brother, and then it was my manager, consultant, father figure, Marcus McCurra. It was all three of us on there, and John is a crazy guy. He takes his job very seriously, but I see why the show is a success, just how it's ran and how strict he is.
Did you watch it before or no?
So, I actually heard about it, but I didn't actually tap all the way into it until, maybe a couple of weeks before I was going to jump on. And then when I actually watched, I'm like, oh, he's dead-ass serious how he, runs his company. So, it was fun.
I wasn't, a fan originally, but then when I got into it, it's super. You roll through a bunch of them.
Yeah.
It's super addicting, but it's also very relatable to anybody that's had to clean anything up.
Absolutely. So what's so crazy is when he actually taps into your business, it actually goes to another level. So he's actually doing guys a great service as well. So it's the bar in Milwaukee. I haven't actually been to it lately, but my little brother, he actually goes to it all the time. Yeah. So I guess it's one of his spots.
But it's just funny. You're like, well, you just saved this bar. Now it's pumping again.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it's also not nothing. People have that with
Absolutely.
Probably when you were growing up, you probably had restaurants and shit that you were this is my spot, and you get the I want to start with basketball-wise. I want to start with the three ball.
Yeah.
Because you've been humming it.
Yeah.
When I was looking at the stats, 47%, 4 attempts a game. In my opinion, no one cares about my opinion, but in my opinion, you should be in the three-point contest.
Absolutely.
Either way, you've been shooting the shit out of it. Is there anything different this year structurally?
I think just for the most part, just over the years and being in a lot of situations and playoff situations and closeout situations and things like that, just having to shoot the closeouts. That what the NBA ball is now. You're not going to be just wide open and able to just line the seams up and shoot it. You got to be able to shoot the closeout and be able to get to the seams of the balls fast. Working with my trainers and things like that over the summer times when the ball's in flight, looking at how the ball's in flight, being able to grab it in the correct way or whatever it is to turn to the seams and shoot it. Was teammates with Dame over the last couple of years as well. He never shoots the ball that's not on seam. So being able to get to the seams of the ball real fast and being able to hold the follow through throughout the entire way of the jump shot, whether you miss or make it, and the more times you can, just repeatedly do the same thing over and over, I think it gives you a good chance to shoot.
I talked about that with him before with the shooting. He also has all kinds of crazy stuff with his lower body and everything. But did you do that just from watching him, or were you guys working on it together?
Yeah, so I think it started during the pandemic when the world shut down, had to go home for 9 months, like I said on y'all last show, go home for 9 months just working out. Actually brought in lethal shooter as well, Chris Matthews. He was a big, development in my shooting as well. Got to give flowers to the people who helped you, right, along the way. And he taught me a few things, just being on balance. Obviously it sounds cliche, but that's a big thing in shooting, being on balance every time, being able to get to the seams of the ball real fast, and then just holding your follow through throughout your, it's the entire jump shot. I took that with my trainers from that moment and ran with it, and then getting around a great shooter like Dame as well, kind of just implemented everything that, Chris was saying in shooting. And you look at Dame, his base is always the same. His follow through is always there, and then just the release of the ball is always just repeatedly the same.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of things that are crazy about his game, but the range in particular, the effortlessness of it,
Yeah,
where he is like, I mean, Steph has a version of it too, but Dame is like,
yeah,
you'll be 32, 33 feet, and it's
absolutely.
just flick of the wrist.
Absolutely. And then, just being around just great shooting just makes you shoot better. Like, we do a lot of shooting competitions. Had a guy, I give one of my guys too, Dusty Hannahs. I'm going to shout him out too. One of my lifelong friends as a kid. He's like probably the best shooter that I know outside of these greats that play in the game of basketball and NBA. He pushed me a lot as well in shooting. So, got to give him his flowers as well. Just getting a lot of shooting competitions as a kid. And then in the summertime, just, making 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a row in a spot before you move on, challenging yourself and trying to get over that hump. I do. And you also said something about that 3-point competition. I love to be in that for sure. I've been looking at that for a couple of years.
I think that they should. I think. I mean, I think the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah,
when
sure.
you're making that decision. But I also think if I was in charge of 3-point competition, one of the things that makes it's not as interesting when you just got a bunch of shooters.
Yeah.
The best shooters. Like, it's interesting having you in it.
Yeah.
Because if you go on a heater and
wild
you win
card.
it's a way better story than.
And I like that type of environment too. Like, I'm a type of guy that like feeds off the crowd and things like that. And so it's always like fun watching it at home, but I would love to be in it. And I've never really been to All-Star Weekend for real, so I think that'd be a great gift for me to go. Yeah, that'd be what's up.
If when you think about your rookie year, if you're having a conversation about being in the 3-point of all the things, like All-Star, sure, like all these different things, but like 3-point contest is like a very specific thing.
Yeah, and then it's crazy too, because like how the game's just evolved a lot more. I think when I was first in the league, my rookie year, they were calling like floppy sets for like guys to come down pin downs and got guards coming off floppy, throw it down to the post, work out. Now you got big man setting screens out, up high on step ups and whatever and shooting threes. So the game has changed for sure, and I would definitely love to be in that.
When did you see that change yourself?
I would say my third year in the league. Well, really my second year, but my third year for sure. 2017-18 season. That's when I really saw it because we were like in a kind of like a rebuild mode with my team in Chicago. My first year we had like Pau Gasol, throw it down to the block, work out. Second year we were still kind of in that mid-range kind of game. We had Rondo, had D-Wade, Jimmy. And then that third year when Fred finally got his own team with, rebuilding guys and younger assets that's trying to develop, we were shooting a lot of more threes, a lot of more driving kicks, a lot of DHO, pop to the corners, step-up screens, things like that. There wasn't any more floppy sets, guys setting pin downs and ducking into the post. A lot less of that and more guys free movement on the perimeter.
Did you see that when you were at that point when you were looking around the league? How much of that is a response to like at that point, like what's happening in the Bay? Were there like trends that
I think it was all based off of Golden State for real. Yeah. I think that obviously Draymond gets a lot of heat for like his antics and stuff now, but in that moment in 2016, 15, 17, 18, Draymond was like the prototypical power forward you wanted, like guy that they can get off the rim, bring it up the court, create offense so guards can run down, create early offense, DHO pop. He was shooting a three ball as well, getting downhill, just a different type of forward and being able to use that small ball effect as well, having one big and basically 4 guys that can be on the perimeter and play. It was just a different style that they brought to the game that made other teams change and have to, adapt to them.
Do you have a lot of the younger forwards, sort of the younger guys in general in the league, asking your advice on this? Because I do feel like your trajectory it's a good example of like, this is what you got to do to stay.
Yeah.
You might be able to get to the league,
you got to switch up a little bit.
You got to be able to do this.
Yeah, like you just got to adapt to the situation you're in, the team you play for, whatever it is, because everybody's situation is going to be different. And the situation that you get drafted to can make you or break you. Like, I was blessed and fortunate to get drafted to a team with a lot of savvy veterans that taught me a lot of things along the way. Shout out Taj Gibson, shout out Joakim Noah. Them guys was like my
Shout out
dogs
Joe.
for real. Like,
What a legend.
in the trenches with it for real. Like, and then, some guys get, drafted into, a situation where they have to be the guy now, and it might not be their time to be the guy, whatever it is. But the highs and lows of the game will teach you a lot, and I'm grateful for it.
What do you think? I don't remember if we talked about this last time. I'm always curious the perspective of guys who are able to come off the bench
Yeah.
and make an impact right away and have it just be a thing where you like don't start in the flow of the game,
Mm-hmm.
but you know exactly how to like impact it
Yeah, I know
right
exactly
away. And
what
you're
time I'm
obviously
coming
doing it.
in.
Yeah, you're doing like maybe 6 man of the year, like you may do that.
Yeah.
But so like, is that a thing that you feel like you always have had, or did you like learn it over time?
I think it's kind of like a thing that you have to not accept, but like kind of like a thing that in the league, like, it's about finding your niche. Like, what can I do to find a role or find a niche that can help me play a decade or help me play 12 years or play 15 years, or however long your body is letting you play. So in my game, I knew, like, coming into the league, I was SEC Player of the Year, all these accolades, whatever it was, but I got drafted into a situation that didn't allow me to be maybe the guy, right? So I had to find other ways to impact winning. What other ways can you impact winning? Okay, cool. Maybe it's offensive rebounds. Maybe it's making sure if I only get 4 shots, making 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4. If I'm only getting 10 minutes, making sure I make an impact in those 10 minutes. And then as the years progress, you earn more keep. And I think my keep I've earned is being like a 6-man off the bench that can ignite a team and, in the flow of the game when needed. So that's what I, found.
And how much of that is also just straight up energy? Like it's just
Yeah.
straight up it's a burst. And no matter
Yeah.
what you're getting that, even if your shot isn't, I mean, your shot has been falling as we
Yeah.
talked about, but like even if your shot isn't falling, you're getting that. And so
Yeah.
that's a thing. It's like a little jolt in the arm.
Yeah, it's crazy too, because like sometimes when I come in, like I see like the opposing team's coaches be like something to the players, and they like point at me, you gotta do something like that. And then like here lately, I've been getting like a lot of double teams too off the block. So just having to make the reads and things like that as well. So it's fun to me though. I know I'm gonna come in like 4 or 5 minutes in the first quarter, and I'm trying to make an instant impact, trying to like make my presence felt instantly.
I think what's cool too is like depending on the matchup and everything like that, you have the ability to like flip the game on its head. Whereas like
Yeah.
if you're starting the game, you want to
Yeah.
start well, but like you see sometimes these games will
Yeah.
start and teams will be feeling each other out. It's like you're coming in hot.
Yeah.
Like you're coming in and it's kind of like they better be able to match that.
Yeah, it's been fun too. Especially like over the years, I had like some big games off the bench where I come in and then like, fourth quarter just catch fire, right? So we're on the floor of the game, but it's all just just totally predicated off just hard work, man. I got to credit my guys in the summertime, my little brothers, they my rebounders, and I've been having my same 2 AAU coaches over the years, Marcus McCurl and Vincent Mays. Been knowing those guys since like 3rd or 4th grade, so keeping the same crew around, we have our same regimen, same routine.
Do you have a specific summer?
Yeah, like every day, 6 days out the week, we work out. Monday through Saturday, work out. Sunday is the only day we take off, and we get to it. Getting up thousands of shots a week, and that has really helped my game over the years. Especially in the NBA, it's a week-to-week league. Last night I might got 7 shots. Tonight, tomorrow I might get 15. You never know. So you just want to, be consistent in the things you do and in your work. And I think one of the biggest things we did is just be consistent in the summers. Like every summer we're consistent, and the work always pays off.
Are you in Little Rock?
I'm in Little Rock, yeah, most of the summer. I go back and forth from Little Rock and Milwaukee often because got a lot of business there and things like that. So I go back and forth from those two. Like to say the money too is like not much you can do or buy in those two places. So you save a lot of money.
Hell yeah.
And you stay safe, stay
Don't
out the
come
way.
here.
Stay out the way.
Stay out of New York. Stay out of,
yeah.
do you consider yourself to be, I'm going to maybe I should know the history of the basketball history of Little Rock more, but we done some episodes recently with Moses and then with the OKC guys and everything. And there's all these guys who have
all these guys from Arkansas
but were you the first one, or was there somebody before you?
Nah, I'm like the OG now, which is crazy to say, bro. When I first came to Arkansas in 2013, I mean, when I graduated high school, Arkansas haven't made the NCAA tournament since 05, 06, and that was Ronnie Brewer before me.
Yeah.
So it was almost a 10-year, 8-year gap of going to the tournament. So when we made the tournament for the first time in all those years, I felt like it was I did my job. You feel me?
That's crazy to think about. It's also crazy now because they're about to just go.
I don't know what's now we got Calipari. Now we got all these top recruits, NIL. Yeah, it's crazy now. Yeah,
it's you come back, you're
it's even crazier. When you go back to campus now, and then when I first came to campus, we had all these houses around Budwalton Arena. We didn't have a practice facility. All my work, all our practices were in the gym that we played in. Literally. So now it's kind of crazy going back to campus. They have all these new facilities and things like that. Just times change, man.
I gotta go. I've never been to Arkansas, but definitely never been to Little Rock.
Yeah, you never been to Arkansas at all?
Yeah, I'll come this summer.
You gotta pull up, bro. Nah, you gotta pull up.
What's the vibe? What is it? Is it, this is a really dumb question. People from Little Rock are gonna be you're an idiot for asking this, but is it college town vibes? Is it city
Little
vibes?
Rock?
Yeah.
Nah, so Little Rock is the city. Fayetteville, Arkansas is more like college town.
Yeah.
And two different environments though.
And Walmart is
more so Bentonville area in the NWA Northwest Arkansas area.
What do you feel? I had a really good conversation with Moses about some of the stuff he does in the offseason, because he's super in the community in terms of just kind of building crafts work for the kids and things like that. What do you feel even basketball aside, you feel that community allows, because there's been so many successful people that have come from there. What does it bring out of people?
I just think that where we're from, where I'm from, is just you grow up tough, product in your environment, single mom, a lot of single mom homes, things like that. So there's so many different ways that you can get pulled in the right way. And what's so unique about me and Moses being from the city and is that we kind of try to pour back into our people to let them know that they can be just like us one day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a cool thing to be from somewhere and being able to shine light on the others coming behind you. Because one day, obviously, I'm not going to be playing ball anymore, and there's going to be another Bobby Portis sitting this chair or sitting in my shoes, being able to give back as well. So it's been fun. And, Cordis Williamson and Derek Fisher, Joe Johnson, I remember going to all those guys' camps and 3-on-3 tournaments or whatever it is when I was younger. So it's kind of cool to be able to pave the way now.
Thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring the show. The unpredictability is what makes the NBA so good. 1 second, you're watching a regular Tuesday night game. Next second, someone's dropping 50 and you're losing your mind. This is how you capitalize on those moments. With DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, you can cash in on all the madness. Let's be real for a second. The NBA can be heartbreaking. Your guy tweaks his ankle 5 minutes in and suddenly your whole night's different. That's where DraftKings early exit comes in clutch. Player goes down in the first half and you're getting paid in cash regardless. Richie, I was looking on the DraftKings Sportsbook app earlier this morning. We're taping this Wednesday morning. As always, line subject to change. Player season specials. They update these every once in a while. I liked this one. This is from last week. When will Khan Knippel make his 207th three-pointer of the season, breaking the rookie record? Khan currently has hit 134 threes. He was the fastest player ever to reach 100 career three-pointers. He achieved that in just 29 games, which was way faster than any previous record. On here, they have Portland Trailblazers, which is 228 at plus 475. Dallas Mavericks, plus 500 at 3-3. Boston Celtics on March 4th at plus 550. With the way he's playing, with the way they are feeding him, I am very bullish on him doing this in the month of February. Shout out to Khan for just keeping the ball rolling. We talk about the rookie wall all the time. He has not hit it yet. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code TEAM3. That's code TEAMTHREE. Bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Speaking of the toughness, but then also thinking about our convo about the energy and sort of harnessing the energy. Yeah. When do you feel like you learned the line between like playing with emotion versus going over the top?
I think I just finally learned that probably like my 6th year in the league, which is crazy to say. So my 6th year in the league was the year that we won the championship. And coming to a championship team, I played like my first year in the NBA was like, my first 2 years in the NBA was like teams that had like chance to like win championships or go to the playoffs. My 3rd, 4th, 5th year, it was like I was on like rebuild teams that was trying to find, certain assets or players that kind of fit the rebuild, and then everybody else probably just kick rocks, right? So I finally landed in Milwaukee and getting on a team that has championship aspirations and was just in Eastern Conference Finals a couple years ago and lost in the 2nd round of Miami the year before that in the pandemic and the bubble and things like that. And so much pressure that you feel it every day, and being around Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez and these guys. And, when I get a tech some games, I can see like the momentum shift because like that 1 point matters at the end of the game or whatever it is. So I think I kind of learned that probably my 6th year in the NBA on, when to do things and when not to and go over the top. Because that momentum can kill a run, or that couple points that you give up, you can't make them back.
Also, like, those guys you mentioned are, like, such good dudes that you feel like you're letting them down.
Absolutely, bro. Like, I remember one time in the finals, game 6, we were at home. It was a closeout game, too, and we up 3-2, and we need this win because we don't really want to go back to Phoenix and play them game 7. So, I got a technical foul, and I kind of, like, hot-stepped down the sideline. I don't know if you remember, I hot-stepped down the sideline, and Chris was like, no, chill out. What are you doing, bro? Lock in. This, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I didn't foul. He like, nah, I don't want to hear that shit. Lock the fuck in. I'm like, all right, man, I got you, bro. And in that moment, I'm like, oh, shoot, like, I'm tripping. Like, I just hot-stepped down the sideline.
Isn't it funny, though? It's like you're in game 6 of the finals, and you still have the thing. Were you 100% confident you were coming back in that series?
Yeah, like, on the way back from Phoenix, we was like, yo, because we're like, okay, game 1, we jump out there. We really don't know Giannis is going to be available. You know? He got hurt the series before.
He had the hypertension
knee. So game 1, really the practice before game 1, Giannis practices. He goes up, tries it out, dunk. But he knows, like most times people get up and try to like dunk. They do like some little. Now he got up and did some crazy, like, we like, oh. We like, oh, like, yo, like, what's going on? So we like, all right, cool. So we go to sleep the night before, wake up next day, got the Suns. So they jump on us, they smack us. We like, okay, it's just game. Game 1. Nothing to worry about. It's just one game, nothing to worry about. When game 2 come, if the energy the same, they smacked it. We got back on the plane, head back to Milwaukee, like, bro, what just happened?
You're like, it might be it. Like, we had a good run, but
like, what just happened? I remember PJ Tucker saying, like, nah, we ain't going out like that. Nah, we ain't going. He said something like that along the lines. And then when game 3 came, the energy just shifted.
Now it feels like it's like a long time ago, but like that was a crazy playoff run. Yeah. I remember because I was at a lot of the Brooklyn games.
Yeah.
And I thought KD, I thought it, because I wasn't close enough. So like.
That KD was crazy though. Like, he was in his bag, bro. Like,
was it game 5? What was the one where he was like, there's one game in that series where he was like, for a guy as good as he is.
Yeah.
This is like the
best. He had like a 40-point triple-double or something like that.
Yeah.
Something crazy. Like, he was going crazy. And they had Bruce Brown as their center, too. Like, they was playing him at the center, bro. And like, it was pocket pass to him. He shooting a floater. making an extra pass. If Joe Harris would have hit like some more of those threes, we'd have lost though for real.
I know he had like 3 more of them.
Yeah, like if he would hit a couple more, like it would have been curtains for us.
Did you think that shot? Could you see his foot right away?
I thought we like as soon as it happened, the crowd was going crazy. You know, we in Brooklyn. They saying Brooklyn. They saying that in the crowd, and then foot was on the line. We were happy. We was happy.
That was also the what I kind of. I mean, you had seen this at this point already, being around the team, but I felt like for the casual fan, everybody knew who Giannis was.
Yeah.
Everyone knew who Giannis was. I don't think people knew how good Drew was. I don't think people knew how good Chris was until that. But especially that series, because Chris basically just went and was like, all right, I don't care that KD's over there.
Yeah.
I'm about to take this shit over and bring us to the next round.
Absolutely, bro. K mid-range crazy. And then just his will that he had too during that whole entire playoff run was just next level. Especially in the next series against the Hawks where Giannis went down. That game 5, game 6, he was going off. Especially the one in Atlanta, he was going crazy.
I forgot that the Hawks were in that. That's crazy now because it's trade. I'm like, that was like,
it's just really crazy how like fast the NBA shifts and changes. Like, for real.
But it's also like I was gonna ask you that, just like you got one, but the stuff you learn about, like, especially with, I had some of these combos with like the Thunder guys, because like some of those guys are young guys and they go to the finals right away. And Caruso, the last thing we did with Caruso, he was saying to them, he's like, bro, he is too, but he's also like, don't take it for granted.
Absolutely.
Because like, you don't know where you're going to be at.
Bro, it's hard, bro. Like our last 3 years, people say like, yeah, the Bucks, they have been first round exits, right? But this is my 6th year in Milwaukee, and I'm going to go through my 5 years here. My first year, we win a championship. The second year, we lose in the second round to Boston. Chris Middleton's hurt, though. He didn't play the last 2 games. The third year, we lose to Miami. Giannis doesn't play. Back.
Yeah.
Got hurt game 1. My 4th year on the team, Dame Giannis is hurt again, calf muscle. Last year, Dame, Achilles. Like it's so much that goes into it other than like just basketball. Like you have to have the right amount of luck. You have to have the right amount of team chemistry and peaking at the right time. Like it's so much that goes into it. So
and even just matchups too.
Yeah, like sometimes styles make. What's the quote? Styles make matches. Styles make wars. Whatever it is, like you might play it's the wrong style of ball that that your team can't handle, or it's the personnel, the matchups might not be there. So it's definitely one of those things to where like you have to appreciate it while you can. Because when our team won in 2021, I thought we was gonna do that every year. I swear, like when you win one, you like, oh shoot, like we finna go back to back. Like we finna do it again. It's gonna happen again. But it's so much that goes into it, and you gotta have that right look.
It's funny because I feel like players feel that, but I even think that fans are biased. They different feel, but that's also like that's the narrative with media. You know what I mean? And to your point about things changing so fast. Like, we're seeing it. I mean, listen, I'm not betting against them going to the finals this year, but like we even see the Thunder now where it's like you go from, oh, this team's about to win like 77 games to like, oh, they lose 3 games in a row. They're actually human. Like, it's the NBA. Like shit happens, shit changes.
NBA week to week thing.
Yeah.
It's week to week. Like you said, man, I was even thinking they was about to go they was gonna beat the 73-9. Like I swear, like I was thinking that in my head. Like I didn't want to say it out loud. I'm like, dang, like these boys 24-1. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to say. But like, it's just week to week. So much happens. Like, injuries happen. Guys go in slumps, or, trades happen, whatever it is. Like, it's a week to week thing, and you just have to manage the season. Like, your team might get off to a slow start, but, the season doesn't end until mid-April. So you have so much ground that you can cover, but it has to start at some point throughout the season to cover it.
I was thinking about when you brought up the Knicks experience, because I forgot. I was looking up some stuff yesterday, so I saw it yesterday, and then you brought it up. But like, I kind of like blocked that in my memory that you were even there. Yeah. Like I knew the Chicago, and then obviously Milwaukee. I forgot about that. It's funny in retrospect that you basically go from that team to, this game 6 great, amazing closeout game in the finals within
it was like
the shortest amount of time.
Super short. Like you go from like my year experience. So I go from like signing with the Knicks in 2019 summer, like my biggest deal of my career at that time. I was 24, signing with the Knicks, turned 25, and then a month later the pandemic happens. I go home for 8-9 months, working out because my team didn't make the bubble. The Knicks wasn't in the bubble. We weren't there. We had like a practice bubble. We had like a practice. They told us go practice or something like that. We had to go to I had to go to New York for like a week or two. We had to go practice. No cap.
Bro,
no cap. I was practicing.
I was practicing. COVID. I don't want to go.
I had to fly to New York, go practice. Tills, we had just got signed to coach. I'm not even knowing if they gonna re-sign me. I'm just here practicing. You feel me?
And tips practice of all people too. You're like
4 weeks later, I signed with the Bucks. 8 months later, we won the chip. Like this is crazy. Like real movie. Like
it's funny. But that's also like fit too, though.
Yeah,
that's the being like that's fit, and that's like you guys have a superstar. You got a bunch of great players who fit around the superstar, but like you personally, that's you fitting into what that group is trying to do. And that's even a funny thing when you talk to, we were talking before about you talking to guys about the shooting, but it's like why you got to keep your head up for that.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know.
You never know. And then there's only 2 things you can control. Like I tell all my young guys that come to the team, guys that I have come to my house, that I mentor, that, I feel like that needs to help or that I want to help. I tell these guys all the time that only 2 things you can control is your attitude and your work ethic. Like your attitude every day, how you come in and be a pro, how you come in early, leave late, how you take care of your body, and then your work ethic. It goes right into the attitude part because, what's work ethic with no attitude? You have to have the right attitude to have the correct amount of work ethic in this professional space. Guys are always watching what you do, and there's so much that you can, gain from it.
Is there anything about Chicago that you wish you had done differently now with all the success afterwards?
Nah, I like my story, how it played out. Yeah, like I wouldn't change anything how it happened.
And it was such a unique group in retrospect. It was such an awesome group, but it's such a unique group of like you get to learn. You get like real thrown into the fire vibes in that crew.
Absolutely.
Like you're seeing it all.
Our young team too. Like you got Larry Marketing. He was a part of our rebuild team. Look what he turned out to be. Zach LaVine.
We just did that with him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Zach LaVine, obviously. Chris Dunn, he revamped his career here in LA. So you have a lot of guys on our team that kind of, went their separate ways, but still was successful in their own regard.
With this current team, I wanted to ask about Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask about AJ.
Yes, sir.
We'll get to Giannis in a second, but both those guys, Ryan in particular, I feel like if you were not in the gym with him before this year, you probably didn't know what was happening. And then the second you watch him play, you start to get it. When did you start to get it?
When he first came to the team last year. It's funny how like situations it's like we just talking about, like situations is everything, and timing and that's all it is. And I used to have Ryan and Andre Jackson. They come to my house all the time. Eat food, we watch games, just chop it up, hang out, just good camaraderie. I always saw it in him, and his work ethic is just what I love about him. Stays late, comes early. Probably the last person you're gonna see in the gym on a shoot around, whatever it is, getting his shots up. So it was all a matter of time before he was gonna take off. It's just like sometimes you need those minutes, you need that opportunity, that extra amount of time out there to show what you can do.
Yeah. What I love about it, I mean, did you see any of you might have been playing, but did you see any of the Denver Philly game the other night?
Denver Philly?
Yeah. They were playing. Denver's whole team is hurt. Mm-hmm. Like Jokic just hurt. They were missing 4 starters.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then they sat like 3 of the bench dudes.
Embiid blocked it at the end and kind of goaltended, right?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
And it was like a great example. Philly was playing really well going into the game, but it was a great example of like and it's a cliche, but it's also so true, is like everyone is in the NBA for a reason. And you look at the guys playing for Denver who just really, for the most part in that game, had not played at all.
But real talk though, like being in the NBA for 11 years now, bro, like those are some of like, at some point in the season, those are the toughest teams to play against though. Like when their star player is out, when maybe the second, third best guys out, and then you have a bunch of guys off the bench coming in and playing. Like those sometimes be the hardest teams to play against sometimes. Like either like you're gonna blow these guys out early, or they're gonna hang around and make it a game. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like house money too, because no one expects anything.
It's crazy. Like either like teams like that, you got to jump on them early, or if not, if they hang around, they got a chance.
Yeah,
like for real, like it get tough like that. Like I've been around for 11 years, and like in 9 games, I played my 700 game in the NBA. Like I looked it up the other day. Like that's crazy. Like 700 games. Like wow,
crazy.
Like crazy.
It's interesting, but what I was gonna say with Ryan, which he's starting to establish this year, is the consistency.
Yeah,
where it's the night in, night out.
Night in, night out.
He is now delivering over and over again, and so that feels like the harder thing to do. Is it's one thing to be like,
and he plays both sides too.
Yeah,
plays defense as well, picks up, plays guards the best player every night as well. So he got a tough task. I'm talking with Yanni all the time. He say, man, he's different, man. He like us, man. He got that different, go hard about himself each and every night. And he wants to be great too. Very much so coachable in regard. He watches film with Rondo all the time. So, I think having Doe around is big for him as well. Obviously Rondo is a basketball savant. He sees the game different. So having that extra layer of, OG-nism with him has been great.
Do you feel a similar thing with AJ? Just like fun to me. He's just fun to watch.
Absolutely. Got no conscience.
Yeah.
No conscience at all. I always knew AJ was gonna be like that too, because some guys just work different. He goes hard. I think I need to tell him he got to slow down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because he might be killing himself going too hard, but he just has that chip on his shoulder. Guy that's undrafted from Iowa, probably got very much so overlooked, probably in his draft process, whatever it is. And
he's the corn-fed white guy. It's
he got that different stuff about him, man. Like just every day he's trying to prove that he belongs, and sometimes as a pro, that's all you need is just that chip on your shoulder, that log on your shoulder that helps you go hard every day. And one thing about him, I know he's going to keep that throughout his career.
At this point, 6 years in with Giannis, you mentioned the practice in the finals as a holy shit moment. Do you have other ones that stand out, even like in practice, not even in games, where you're like, it's sometimes, I think about this with some of these guys, and he's definitely in this combo of like, they do so much great stuff that you take it for granted when you're around it.
Absolutely.
But do you have certain things where you like look back, you'll look back 15 years from now and you'll be like, oh, I can't believe that he just did that.
Like dunks or whatever it is?
Just like a physical action where you are like, this guy is different. Like I remember we did an ep last year with Dante, who like loves him. Dante DiVincenzo loves him.
Shout out Dante too. That's my boy.
And he was talking about like the being a teammate with him versus playing against him. And you're basically like, when you're playing against him, you don't understand how people slow him down.
Yeah.
Like you don't understand how what you're supposed to do at a certain point with him besides fouling him.
I think there's been so many moments that you can just say, but I think like one of the craziest things is just like, playing with them, like, they built this wall, like the Giannis wall, where like all these guys would like lock their arms and lock their hands so you can like have a driving lane. Like that's like one of the craziest things. Like it then like when you like watch your own film, like when I watch my team film and Giannis starts, so we might play 4 to 5 to 6 minutes a half together, whatever it is. And I'm watching those little 45 minutes in that stretch, and I see like him at the top of the key with like 3 guys. like this, like that's like the craziest thing when you watch film that I see. Like
it's like 3 big dudes just trying to
It's like
no. It's funny you say that because sometimes when we do eps with some of the like younger guys, we'll do the like welcome to the NBA. Like, what was your time when you realized it was different? And it was definitely Jabari Smith, and then maybe one of the Thompsons too. But definitely Jabari was like, I remember he said basically like he was a part of that wall.
I remember that though.
Yeah.
I remember I watched the episode when he talked about that,
He
and
was-
I remember that vividly though. Like they were at our crib. That was like the second game of the year, bro.
Yeah.
That was our home opener.
He just feels like
Yeah.
Giannis feels like he's that guy for a lot of people because there's so many unbelievably skilled
Yeah,
players who'll give you 50. Like they'll put 50 on you, but they're not gonna physically overwhelm you in the same way.
But
So
you
there's
might
like a
but you
distinction.
might feel his 50 though. Like it might be like 10 dunks, like 12 dunks.
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
I'm like imagining this is like a weird hypothetical, but it's like rookie you
Yeah.
having to deal with him.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Like one of the things though that I love playing with him, like that I like to play with him for, is like our off the court stuff. We got a great bond, great chemistry, great friendship. We play Blu-ray on the plane. He's hella
Yeah.
funny, hella fun to be around. So
It's funny. I don't know him well. I know Thanas is way better.
yeah,
And
and
it's
that's
the
like one
same-
of my best friends. We hang out
Yeah,
all the time.
It's the same.
We got
thing.
dinner tonight. We
It's
going
the
to dinner
same.
tonight.
It's the same thing. He's like
Yeah.
he just is a. They're just like good people.
Yeah,
It's cool. I like and
misunderstood. So he's super misunderstood.
I like what he said. We're
Yeah.
taping this like after you guys were in the Bay. I like what he said about all the trade stuff yesterday because I'm just kind of like you mentioned before. The NBA is the NBA.
Yeah,
Like we saw that with Luka. Anything can happen. We could be taping this and you get a call when you get out of here that some shit went down.
yeah,
But,
for sure.
but it also isn't. It isn't good for. Forget you guys. Obviously, it's not good for your team. It's not good for anybody to like think about it too much because they're just things that are literally outside of your control.
Yeah,
And you're in a spot where you're basically being like, "Oh, I'm worrying about this, and I got a game tomorrow. I'm playing Lakers tomorrow night, I'm playing Clippers tomorrow night, whatever it is."
yeah.
I'm like, what am I supposed to do about this information? Like nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, I think sometimes like just being a pro now, you just kind of like understand. Like maybe like year one, Bobby Portis would be like, "Oh my gosh, mom, like my name's in all these trade talks, or such and such is happening, or whatever it is, or this person said this." Like, but you know, as you grow, you kind of just understand the business, and that's how it is, how it
Yeah.
operates. So, you know, nowadays with media, I think like everything is about clicks. Sometimes it's about views and what sells. And maybe in that regard, you know, that's what sells. It's hot. You know, it's a
For
hot,
sure.
it's a hot take. It's a hot topic. So, you know, I get that aspect of it as well. But you
No,
know,
I mean, I see it. I see it. And
Yeah.
I also, it's separate to you guys. It's like, like the player movement
yeah,
is the thing that is, in a weird way, it's like they used to say like free agency is like more exciting for some people than the games.
yeah.
You know, which like whatever. Like people get excited about what they
I
want.
get excited for free agency too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
ain't gonna lie. Like,
yeah, it
it's
is.
kind of like I be sitting there waiting to see like who's about to get $100 million now. Like,
Although
who's
they
about to-
did they,
yeah.
by like not having it be at 12:01. That
Yeah.
was when it was the craziest.
That
It would
was
be
crazy.
Like
It was
everything. Like you would miss it. It'd be like
Yeah,
Bobby Portis signs in
yeah,
Charlotte. And people were
everybody's
like,
stuff just zapping together. Like
I almost want them to bring that. Like that part of it was like that
Yeah.
did make it.
exciting,
Yeah.
especially like, you know, even if you play in the league, like you still watch that because that's kind of cool because you have so many friends, so many people that you competed with over the years and watch them get paid. It's also kind of cool as well. Like you have so many teammates over the years. Like every year you might have 7, 8 new teammates.
Yeah.
Like no team keeps 10 guys or 11 guys, 12 guys every year. So you might have 7 or 8 new guys. So
If you got to do like a top group of your like funniest teammates, like not like your favorite teammates, like,
currently,
no, in general, like in life, just be like, this is like we're doing dinner. It can be people from this team, but also just like in general, we're like this is like the crew I want to hang with.
how many people though?
5.
5 guys for my career.
Yeah.
5 guys for my career. I would definitely bring the Nassas. The Nassas would definitely be in that group.
He's the
so-
definition of like a glue dude.
Yeah. Like you gotta
And he's
have him
always
around.
happy.
And he just keep the energy good too.
Yeah.
Like great vibes. You know what I'm talking about. Love gang. TA, gotta bring him. I would have to say my boy Isaiah Cannon. I don't know if y'all remember Isaiah Cannon. That's my boy Sip. Gotta bring Sip. He's super funny. Super funny. That's 2. Probably Rondo. because he want to play some cards or something. We can get some cards going, drink some wine.
Just get the juices going.
Get the juices going, compete a little bit. He always want to compete, top 5 competitor. And then my last one, I'll probably have to bring one of my young guys, maybe like Andre Jackson or something like that.
I like it. I like your the crew is like you got a couple OGs, you got a couple young
guys. Yeah,
you
can't have a bunch of old dudes together.
No. You complaining.
You gotta have you gotta have a mixture.
The young guys won't be comfortable enough. You need the
can't have all different type of age. You got some 30-year-olds, you got some mid-20s, you got some young.
Keep the mix.
Yeah, keep the mix. You gotta keep it mixed. You can't have a bunch of 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to DraftKings for sponsoring the show. The NBA is all about matchups. Star versus star, young gun versus veteran. Every night, someone's trying to prove they're the best player on the floor. With player props and live betting, you can capitalize on every single moment of that competition. DraftKings early exit is what separates them from everyone else. Your player gets hurt anytime in the first half, and you're getting paid in cash regardless. They've got your back as the official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers, listen up. Bet just $5, and when your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets right away. Richie, as always, taking a look at the futures. We're taping this Wednesday morning. As always, subject to change. I love the finals winner futures. It's a thing I check every couple of days on DraftKings to see if there's any crazy jumps. Thunder have been at the top since the beginning of the season. That hasn't changed at plus 115. Our Denver Nuggets with our partner Cam Johnson, who does the old man and the 3. Denver Nuggets at plus 700. They are number 2 right now. It's obviously a good place for them to be with how they are playing with all of these injuries. I mean, the one I keep bringing up, the Celtics at plus 2,500 is a very interesting spot for them with how the next few months may turn out. Shout out to the Clippers, 10-2 in their last 12. They're still at plus 9,000. They're behind a lot of teams that are not playing as well as them. So I think that they deserve a lot of credit for turning this season around, and we will have some of those guys on the show soon. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code TEAM3. That's code TEAMTHREE. Bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bet if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
I feel like the last time I saw you was in Manila.
Mm-hmm.
And now that also, even though that wasn't long ago, that feels like a long time ago too.
It does.
What do you feel like in retrospect you took away from that experience?
So obviously playing with, Team USA that summer was great for me. Obviously it didn't end how we wanted it to, but just so much experience just being around other great players and other guys who had great routines. It was always good in my regard to just watch guys' routines, watch, what they did behind the scenes, watch their treatments, watch what they did after workouts and things, after practice, things like that. That was the cool part. And then just being able to hang around different guys that I probably would never talk to, probably guys I would never hang out with willingly. Yeah. I got cool with Brandon Ingram over that time, got cool with Anthony Edwards over that time, Paolo Banchero. So it was kind of cool just to hang out with different people and be in that space.
It's cool you mentioned the routines thing. It's also I feel like you're such a competitor.
Yeah.
When you're playing against people, you want to rip their head off.
Super, yeah.
And I even think that, and it's I'm biased because he's such a good friend. I think that with Ty, for example, where I'm you guys have your teams have a rivalry.
Yeah.
The teams do not like each other, but
Absolutely.
At the same point, he's one of the greatest dudes ever.
Yeah.
And so you can be.
I got mad respect for Ty. He was on our team as well.
Yeah.
Played with him as well. He was in my unit, the second unit during that stretch. So it was fun playing with him as well. And then just after that, our teams hate each other. Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
But I think what's cool. It's what's cool about about Olympics and stuff like that in general is the reality is your team should hate each other.
Yeah.
If you're that close to each other and you're playing in the playoffs every year and there people are beefing or whatever, I don't think that in that situation you need to like them, but you also have mutual respect.
We played them last month, and obviously both of our teams were struggling to start the year, and right now we're kind of picking it back up. But in that moment, they're the 14th seed in the East, and we're the 12th seed in the East.
Yeah.
But I swear on the court, it felt like we were 1-2. Yeah, like when I swear on the court, you know what I'm saying? I swear it felt like we were 1-2. Like that it was there. Like
there's just this.
That's what you live for, though. Like
that's what I mean.
Yeah, like I love that. Like
that's what I mean. I just think that, and there's a couple of those developing.
I honor that, bro. I honor the crowd booing me. I honor like all that. Like I love all that.
It's the emotion of it.
Yeah, I love
it's
that.
the emotion of it. It's the thing that
that's what you work hard and play for. Like that's what you work hard in the summertime and go play for. Literally, like
there feels like there's stakes. You know, so you feel like when you guys play, like when it says like round 1 is Pacers Bucks.
Yeah.
You if you're a casual fan who doesn't really like either team, you're probably gonna watch that because you're like, oh, those two teams do not rock with each other. All the Thunder and Spurs are getting that right now too. It's like
I like their series too.
That's like there's an element of that which makes it.
That'd be a nice playoff series too.
Those guys,
Thunder and Thunder and Spurs, like.
It just adds to it, and then it plays into what like we talk about bringing the emotion. It's like you'll bring it regardless, but you really got to bring it. And I
love those like rivalries, like in season rivalries that turn into playoff rivalries that kind of bring ratings, that kind of wheels you to watch. Like that's what you live for real. Like the Celtics and Lakers.
Who did you? Like, you mentioned Ant. I was like, what's cool about that team was it was like Jalen. It was like all these guys. Kale was there. Like all these guys who've like had these great sort of runs since then. Mm-hmm. Was there anybody process wise that you took anything from in terms of just like anything they did?
Everybody had like their own different type of thing. But one thing that I liked about everybody was that they were serious about their bodies. Like in the treatment room, there wouldn't be just 5 or 6 guys. There would be all 12 of us in there doing some with the PTs, doing some with the trainers, doing some with strictly conditioning. That's one thing that I really liked about it. I took from everybody is that everybody was serious about their bodies. I was always serious about mine, but after I saw some of the different things that different people were doing, I might have took a little from him. You know what I'm saying? Because, your body is what keeps you going. Your body's what's going to allow you to go out there and perform. So if you don't take care of that, it can't take care of you.
We're taping this in January, and I feel like one of the trends I've seen even with the show, even just talking to people and stuff like that, is like, especially with the younger players, a lot of them hit that wall around now where it becomes like how you pace yourself.
Absolutely.
So if you're thinking about pacing yourself through the season, but then also, it's will probably be the case for you guys this year. It's obviously been the case over the last couple of years, knowing you got to play in April and May.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you want to win every game, but you also need to make sure that you don't, burn out and are like sputtering at that point. Like, what do you feel like you've learned about that process?
I think for sure, as a rookie, you don't really kind of understand it and understand the wall. I don't think that, truthfully, that as a rookie, I played enough minutes to fill a rookie wall, so I don't think I've. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta hit a certain ceiling of time.
A certain amount of miles run. To kind of fill a rookie wall. My rookie year, I might have played 70 games, but maybe my minutes, maybe like 15, 16 minutes. So I don't really think that in my amount of minutes in my rookie year that I felt the rookie wall, but think more so like guys that's, high draft picks, when I was 22nd pick. So maybe the, number 1 overall pick through 10 or 12 that's playing heavy minutes on his team or whatever it is, made have fill a rookie wall. But I really think it's all about what you eat, what you intake with your vitamins and your shelf. You have a shelf, whatever it is, what you put in your body. It's going to help you go out there and perform and get that recharge, that recovery. As I've gotten older, I've gotten more into that, just whatever you put in your body. In NBA is more so, it's the fastest man that recovers is he who wins. So how can I recover from playing Golden State on Wednesday and then having one day in between and going to go play the Lakers Friday? Like, how fast can I recover in that 48-hour period?
I got a question. I don't know if you'll be able to answer this because it's a little bit of the inverse of the teammate question, but I'm curious. I got to frame it in the right way. Basically, like I feel like a trend with you, definitely on this team. And I'm sure in Chicago, maybe in New York, it was such a short amount of time, not as much, but like you're the guy where, like, if we had other guys on the show right now and be like, who are your favorite teammates? They're all going to be like Bobby. And like some of that stuff is not always, you're playing great as we talked about, but like, it's not always production. It's like, the guys in Indy love James Johnson. He didn't play, but they like there's certain people that are just like, if you were to go around the league and be like, these are the people that I just like I look at as like they do something that I really respect, and it's not like the best players. It's just like they are the emotional soundboards. Who do you feel like, just because you've been around at this point enough, you feel like really captures that in the right way, where it's almost like you don't have to have been their teammate. You can just kind of like admire it from afar.
Yeah, so on short list, TJ McConnell, Pacers, go hard, know what you're going to get from him every night. Dog, pick you up full court. Emotional heartbeat of the team.
Yeah. He's another one. We talked about that. He's completely changed his game.
Yeah. Josh Hart, New York Knicks. They got the perfect last name. You know what I'm saying? All Hart. You feel me? Might not be the tallest guy. Might not be, most athletic, but just gets it done. You feel me? Obviously, my all-time favorite one, probably currently in the league, probably Draymond Green. Just emotional heartbeat of a team. When he doesn't play, they look different. You feel me? When he's not out there, they look totally different. Just the toughness he brings to the team, the connectivity he has with 30, Steph Curry on the court is just second to none. Those three for sure. There's many more that I like that probably just can't come to short mind, but I like guys in those type of roles that kind of spark the team in their own regard.
It's cool to see it develop over time too. And we talk about the fit thing, Josh was like similar to you in that when Josh was in New Orleans and Portland, he didn't really get to show it. But it's like he's in the right city to go show it. It's like you get to Milwaukee, you're in the right city to show it. So it's like not always a thing that you can see right away.
Yeah.
And it comes like a lot of different circumstances have to come into play to allow you to be in that spot.
Yeah, like situations make champions, bro. Like your situation is everything. And then having a coach too that believes in you and lets you be you. Sometimes there's so many players in the league that have the skill set, that have the game, but they don't have the coach that believes in them. So sometimes just having that right coach, having that right system, having that right situation can definitely, help you get what you want to get out the game.
So we'll end with this. We need Bobby in the 3-point contest.
Absolutely.
Sixth man of the year.
Yes, it is.
Knock on wood. Keep that going.
Absolutely.
If you're thinking about your team success, I think is obvious what your sort of goals are. For the next 4 months. For individual success, stats aside, just like what you want to accomplish before the playoffs. Is there anything that stands out to you that you're sort of really going to focus on? Yeah.
So right now in like Bucks history, I'm like number 8 all time in like 3-pointers made. I need like 30, 40 more to be top 5. So I want to knock that out the park this year. I want to be top 5 in Bucks history. I think all time double doubles. I'm like off the bench. I'm 3rd. I need like 20 some more, like 22, 23 more to be number 1 all time. I want to knock that out the park. I'm like 3rd in all time rebounds off the bench. I need like 300 more rebounds. I want to knock that out the park. And then I'm 24th in scoring off the bench all the time, which my mom told me that a couple of days ago.
This is the beauty of coming off the bench. Is you're about to start knocking all these things
I want to get to like top 20, top 15
you're like,
for the
never
year.
Start. I don't want to start.
Yeah, like yo, I like my niche. I like my niche, man.
You're like Bobby Portis has every bench record there is.
Yeah, trying to stack them, bro. That's it. Trying to stack them.
Well, you'll be back. We'll do a check-in post-playoffs, and we'll get to hear more about it.
Come on.
Bobby Portis, thank you,
sir. Put me in that 6 man, man.
Yeah, man.
3-point.